Here we go again. I'm sorry that every time I get on here, it's usually just me complaining about something, but I feel a lot of this stuff isn't talked about as much as it needs to be, and with as long as I've played this game, I feel there's no better person to bring up these issues than me. But anyways, mouse and keyboard on consoles. It's been a problem for about 8 years, and everybody seems to just accept it at this point. And for those of you not in the know, let me explain to you why it's such a big deal. Here's an example of PC gameplay. And here's an example of console gameplay. Do you see how drastically different the movements are? In what world should this person be paired up against somebody that plays like this? It's not fair in the slightest. And besides literally having a mechanical advantage over us, they don't even have to worry about recoil. And no, not just because recoil is easier to control with mouse and keyboard. PC Siege has different recoil patterns than console Siege. Before we get into that, let me ask you a question. Have you ever looked at the recoil patterns for every gun? The graph at the bottom right of the screen? They're pretty simple to read if you don't know how to do it. Your first bullet will always go wherever you're aiming at, and is represented by this green triangle. Your next shot will be anywhere in this cloud of light green dots, and so on and so forth for the third, fourth, and fifth shot fired. This is how Siege creates random recoil. With that being said, say we hold down the trigger on this particular gun, here's where our shots would land. Now, these graphs can tell you a whole bunch of things. Whether a weapon is going to pull to the left or right, or if it's going to have insane vertical recoil. With that out of the way, I can finally show you the difference between PC recoil and console recoil. Let's look at Osa's gun. Here is the recoil on console. And next is on my PC. Do you see the drastic difference in recoil? Here's me actually trying to control it. Versus when I control it on my console. And right here is why I have such a big problem with mouse and keyboard. They're getting the benefits of the mouse and keyboard aim, but also the benefits of the console reduced recoil. Almost every gun in the game has reduced recoil for console users. And unlike PC, where you can choose to play M&K or choose to play controller, it doesn't adjust for you. Because as far as the game's concerned, everybody should be on console recoil using controllers. Here's some more examples. Notice how short the recoil climb is compared to what it is on PC. And back to my console to show me controlling it. Versus what it should look like on mouse and keyboard. That is an absurd difference. And it's done that way on purpose. The P10 Roni, without a doubt, is one of the best guns in the game. So, to compensate for that, they made it pretty hard to control. But on console, it was too much of a nerf, and they dialed it back a little bit to make it easier for us. Just look how much it bounces from a distance on PC versus how steady it is on console. It's almost night and day. Now, you see how easy the P10 Roni is to control on controller. Imagine how easy that would be on a mouse. And just for fun, let's look at Senza's rifle. Here it is on console. Here is me controlling it on console. Here is normal PC recoil without controlling it. And here is normal PC recoil with me actually controlling it. I think you see what I'm trying to get at here. I've said it a million times before, but it's an unwinnable war. Once you get past Platinum, it's basically run M&K or lose. I can't believe Ubisoft is okay with it and has let it go on for so long. All they need to do is watch any gameplay above Platinum 1, just to see how big of a problem it actually is. Not that it matters. Most people running mouse and keyboard are on alt accounts anyways, just like this guy. And even if this person does get banned, they're just going to make another alt account. I reported him in-game, I reported him to Xbox, and I directly reported him to Ubisoft support. Well, at least tried to. Ubisoft's website sucks. I tried everything, but there was always an error processing my request every time. I just don't know what to do.